Yum.
Yeah.
I just realized you're eating fucking chips while we're going to be recording, and that's kind of fucking weird.
No, I can stop. I can stop.
Hmm. Anime Reflux! Yay! It's
Yay!
a good show! Yay!
What a lovely complex.
Yeah, it's actually, pretty simple as plots go, but, you know, it's
It's simple, but its execution is effective.
it's simple and effective, and it being complex is appropriate because it's a teenage love story, so those are always unnecessarily complex.
Yeah.
That's how they work. There are very obvious simple solutions and no one goes for them until like the very end because that's how stories work. But, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nah. Especially when, like you say, it's executed very well. And hey Zero, you remember the
Yeah?
last love story anime that we did?
Oh yeah, I was ranting. I had some big problems.
You were ranting.
We were all ranting, I think.
Yeah. I believe I said something along the lines of it made me actually sick. But this, that this is very much a big turnaround on that. Um, and actually just made me feel good about certain types of stories that happen every now and again and are very easy to get wrong. But in this case, it got it very, very right. So, this one is called Lovely Complex. It is apparently made by Toei Animation, which uh, is very clear because the female lead is played by Nami's voice actress on this one. So from One
Oh,
Piece. So
looks a lot like Nami, so
a little bit, yeah. I wouldn't say a lot. For
the art style with the way the eyes are just reminded me of One Piece
a
for some reason.
little bit sometimes, maybe. I mean, it is Toei Animation, so they take license with certain things. So it might be that. Um, but yeah, so this is the story of a very tall girl who has problems because she's tall and that's not what girls are supposed to be. And also, it's the story of a boy who is short, who deals with a lot of shit because that's not what boys are supposed to be.
Yeah, they both have height complexes.
Yeah. Um, and they are both forced to attend summer school for different reasons. The girl, because she fell asleep in an assembly and was snoring, suddenly woke up and blurted out something about Yu-Gi-Oh. It sounded like, um, ouch. It sounds like the worst thing to happen in
Pain.
high school, to be perfectly honest. But um, yeah. So that also seems like a really harsh punishment for that to be forced to go to school through summer. But all right, because like she explicitly didn't fail the exams or anything. Like she wasn't falling behind. She just fell asleep in an assembly. That's literally it. But oh
Yeah.
well. And the dude actually did fail his exams, if memory serves.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, they're stuck in summer school, and they apparently have a reputation of being a comedy double act, just because they get so argumentative with one another because you know they are the things that the other is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a conflict that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Um Psychologically.
Mm. And I didn't quite catch the girl's name. I know the dude's named Otani because it got mentioned a few times and was made a joke of because we'll get to it. But I didn't quite get the girl's name.
Uh, it was Risa Koizumi, I think, or something. No, 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 no. That's the actress. It's Kemi. No, it was. Hold on. Was it Risa? Yeah, no. I think it was Risa Koizumi, and then Atsushi Otani.
Okay,
That's what it was.
so Risa, we'll go with.
Yeah.
She has two friends. One of them is in a relationship, and the other one has androphobia. I think that's the term for fear of men. Like kind of
Yeah.
not serious, but just sort of minor androphobia. And they lament how they have to go to summer school, and it's like, it sucks. So they're all stuck in summer school, the four of them, and then there is another dude that shows up, and he is also stuck in summer school. And Risa instantly is like, oh, and he's like, "Can I sit behind you?" And Otani makes a joke about how he won't be able to see the front because she's so tall. And he's like, "No, I can see fine." And that is apparently enough to make Risa go, "Oh, he didn't talk shit. I'm in love."
These are low standards.
It's low standards, but it's very telling that she has those low standards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's like, "Okay, I want to do the sex on him," kind of thing. Well, romance, but whatever.
Straight to the sex, I see. Okay.
You know what I'm about. So basically, because she's kind of into that dude, Otani decides to fuck with her a little bit, and decides to treat their friction as a sort of relationship indicator, as a lot of people seem to do. Like, just everyone kind of has a thing like, probably a thing, even though they're very, very explicitly telling them constantly, "No, we are not a thing, stop saying that."
Yeah.
So he plays that up, and they end up going to a fast food place, and he makes a proposition. Okay, so he is willing to help her get that dude by befriending him, and then they can do. He's
gonna attempt to matchmake.
Yeah. That's all great. And she's like, "Oh, that's actually really great of you. I might have misjudged you a little bit. Like, that's really cool of you." And he's like, "Yeah, cool. And then you set me up with your friend." She's like, "Oh, okay."
And her reaction's like, "Well, she doesn't like guys." He's like, "I'll cure her." It's like,
that's perfect.
Okay.
That makes her even cuter, that she doesn't want to be in the same room as me. Awesome.
And she's like, "Well, whatever. I benefit from this.
Yeah,
you probably
okay.
won't."
This will go terribly for you, but I win, so all right. So yeah, they arrange for the six of them, which is Otani and the shy girl, Risa and the dude, and the other girl who is part of a couple already. They all go
couple.
to the swimming pool, water park. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And immediately, like, as soon as they get there, Otani and Risa are hyper into it. Like,
yeah.
Immediately they like race toward the pool and start fucking playing in the water together, and it's like I say, this is one of the details of this story that makes it work, whereas so many other stories like this don't work. Because I'm going to say this and you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. They bicker like an old married couple,
Yeah.
right?
They actually have chemistry.
That story framework, that particular line is used to like just sweep away so much actual genuine angry energy in a relationship and treat it like, oh, it's just cute, they're flirting by being really vicious to each other. Like, no, like, to do something like that, you have to also contrast it with them actually having fun and enjoying each other's company.
Yeah.
Which this show is great at. Like, it makes it obvious, but it kind of needs to be obvious that these two are probably going to end up being a couple by the end of the show. Because you see them enjoying being around each other. That is an important part of the story that so many seem to get wrong.
When they're not bickering, they're actually being friends.
Yeah.
And they also have like mutual interests in like things that they like and things that they want to do together. Like the water slide comes up and they're immediately both just like,
Ooh, I really
yeah,
want to do
let's.
that. I really
Yeah,
want to do
and
that, and the ones
which,
they're into are like, no, I don't really. That freaks me out and it scares me, and they're like, oh, okay,
and then they immediately turn to each other like, you want to do it? And like, yeah, let's do it.
yeah.
And then they go and they have fun and they go down it multiple times together. You know,
Good. It
like,
feels good to watch. That's what's great about it. Like,
yeah,
it sells it. Like, they are so into this together, separately but together.
because it's not like, oh, they're reluctant to go with each other. No, 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 they're gonna go have fun together. It's fine.
Yeah. It's fucking great. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, so they have fun together and they each separately try and get involved with their intended dates. Risa has an awkward conversation with the dude and is like, hey, so why were you in summer school? Did you fail your exams? And he's like, no, I had a cold, so I couldn't do the test. She's like, oh. And that's
And
the end
like,
of the
you know,
conversation.
but
Meanwhile, Otani
yeah,
is actually doing decently because he's able to be friendly with the shy girl whose name I don't remember. It doesn't really matter.
yeah.
So he's just like having a pleasant conversation and things seem to be going pretty well for him. And Risa's kind of jealous, but okay, fine. That if I'm fucking this up, then it's on me. It's not on him. Like, he doesn't owe me anything more than he's already done.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also great because she doesn't immediately blame him for everything going wrong for her.
Yeah, no, they're people.
Yeah.
They're not just machines made to be mad at each other.
I forget. I feel like there was a point where she managed to actually make a breakthrough
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, there's a point where they're able to each of them finally get into talking and like having a nice time talking to them, and they both feel good about the day afterwards. And
Yeah, they notice that, well, the dude and Shy Girl are walking home in the same direction.
yeah, their houses are in
Risa
the
is
same.
worried about this. Otani says it's fine. Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
sure, no problems there. They seem to be getting along very well when we were on the water slide, but it's probably so. The next day at school, so the three girls are chatting, just having a good time, and talking about how the previous day went, and everyone's all happy about it. And The shy girl is like, yeah, I totally had a good time with Otani. It was nice because it felt like he wasn't really a guy because he's so short. And he's like, oh fuck, that's so harsh. I'm so glad he didn't hear that. Ah. Yeah, so he was right behind
Yeah,
when she said that. So he just sort of just sort of wanders
stiffens
off
up.
into the courtyard of the school. So, oh my god, I love this show. Risa follows him and belts him one for being a pussy. Basically, it was her entire argument is like, you have a dick, so you're a dude.
He's like, oh, I'm not a man. I'm not tall enough. He's like, well, you got a penis, right? And he's just like, girls shouldn't say that word. And they, you know, but
She
she's
manages
there
to snap him out of it, then
yeah.
immediately goes back into the school and runs across the guy, and he's like, "Yeah, it's so great, being able to hang out with you because you're so tall. It's like you're not even a girl at all."
And then her soul just leaves her body.
Yeah, and Otani runs along, and she's like, "Yeah, okay, everything. I'm sorry about everything I said back then. That was." And he belts her one right back. Just the same way she did to him. These fists are E for everyone. Jesus Christ. It's like, ah. But yeah. Gives her the same talk, and they're like, yeah, okay, we both fucking idiots. But, those two look good together, so I guess it's fucking fine. God damn it, I hate everything, but fine.
Well, let's make a bet.
Yeah.
First one of us to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Loser has to get them something. And Otani's like, if I lose, I'll buy you a new video game or a new game, and then if you lose, you'll buy me basketball shoes.
Yeah. So, one establishes they know each other well enough to know their interests. And
Yeah.
two, they are, I guess, appropriately or not appropriately, like interests that don't really fit the people they are, because video games in Japan, not as, like, arguments like tiresome for this subject, but video games not really a girly thing, and dude is gonna need a lot more than basketball shoes to be able to play basketball. But yeah, like he is short in Japan. He is short for a Japanese person. That's rough for basketball. Oof. But okay, whatever your interests are, I guess. Yeah. So they make the bet, and that's pretty much the end of the episode. I love this show. I love it so much. They establish the relationship so well as both positive and negative. You can see why they aren't a couple, but also why they absolutely should fucking be a couple.
Yeah. They genuinely enjoy being around each other, but they also kind of, wish they were the other's height,
There's friction, and justified friction, mostly caused by the people around them, but also, it's you understand the motive behind the friction, but also how it blocks them from seeing something that is not just probably, that is obvious to everyone around them, because everyone calls it out constantly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, looking from an outsider's perspective, you see those two going on the slide over and over again together. You're like, well, they're probably a thing. you can see how people
Like,
would like perceive it that way.
you could write like a side story from that dude's perspective, seeing those two go on the slide together, and be like, oh, I guess those are a couple. I thought she was flirting with me, but oh well. I guess I'll go talk to this other girl.
I know, right?
I could totally see that, and it would probably
It's
make
not like one of
complete
those.
sense.
It's not like one of those other things where it just makes no sense how people have those like misconceptions. You know?
Hmm. Yeah. So this was a breath of fresh air. I was very happy to watch this. I was smiling through most of watching this episode.
Me too. I it's nice. 'Cause I like it when you are able to have a romance story or like a love comedy where it's not just people being mean to each other, you know?
Mm.
Like there's genuine care there, and that's just nice. It's so rare.
Mm.
Shocking this rare.
I can see one thing that they're definitely gonna do. At some point in this show, I notice in every single scene, Risa has her hair up.
Mm-hmm.
There is absolutely going to be an episode or a scene where the whole thing is she lets her hair down, and Otani is like, "Oh," kind of thing. That's absolutely gonna be a thing that happens in the show.
Possibly. I don't know. Um, yeah, I'd probably watch more of this.
Yeah, I totally would.
You gonna roll a new one?
Yeah.
13.
Mmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. 119.
That's a lot. Oh, 84.
Okay. This one has a dub. Is from 2013 as well, so it's probably a decent dub. I guess I'm gonna have to watch that. Da-da-da. Miss Monochrome.
Miss
The animation.
Monochrome. I feel like I've heard of that before.
It's 2013, so it's fairly recent. In order to be more in the eyes of the public, Miss Monochrome begins working to become a top-selling idol. Spacey Miss Monochrome once again runs around the idol showbiz world, being tossed around by others. I feel like that's referencing something that we are not aware of.
Each episode is 4 minutes each. Let's reroll.
Yep.
31. Oh, it was Miss Monochrome was the original character created by a Japanese singer who appeared as a 3D virtual singer in March 2012. Oh, I see. Early VTuber.
Yeah, that's Unimeku kind of thing. Okay, this one might be fucking. Oh wait, no, hang on. Oh, I don't like seeing the thing that I just saw. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, this one's. Do me a favor and check the time on this. Tell me we don't have to do this one, please.
Okay, let me see.
Please, 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 please.
4 minutes long.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Uh, as we avoid the magical girl show that would have taught us English.
With a lolly character, yeah. Bullet dodged. Pew. You
All right, time to fire another bullet. 87.
Okay, that one's not immediately. Okay, this is apparently an OVA, so that's a little weird. We're finding all the weird. This is one episode. We're not doing this one.
Rolling again. 4.
Okay, this one's probably a real one.
What's it called?
Bear with me. Okay, it has a dub. Why did that other thing get a dub that was only 4 minutes long?
That's because it was only 4 minutes long.
Yeah, it's cheap and easy, but I wouldn't have thought that would have gotten a fucking actual production thing. Like, where's that gonna show on English?
Ooh. Ooh, what's this? Oh. Mashindo Kisutsu Kanai. So what's the actual translated title? Unbreakable Machine Doll.
Yeah, I need you to check the time. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. It looks. Yeah. I'm. It's loading up right now. Yeah. 3 minutes per episode.
Cool.
According to my anime list, rating is R plus for mild nudity.
Yeah.
So light novel series with, yeah.
With tits. During the early 20th century, along with technological advancements, scientists were able to develop sophisticated magic. Okay. The combination of science and sorcery was Machinot.
Sorry, let me grab the my anime list page for you, because I think the summary there actually makes sense. Because Go-Go Animes.
This makes sense fine. Machinot. It's, magic bullshit. Circuits made from spells that were put into objects to bring them to life and even gain a personality. It was developed as a military weapon and has now spread throughout the world. Akabane Raishin is now attending the Royal Academy to become the best in the world something. Accompanied by the lovely teenage girl Yaya, who is actually Raishin's puppet weapon. He plans on rocketing to the top of the class. However, his test scores come nearly dead last, although his combat skills and determination are second to none. Raishin has to compete with the deadliest of classmates if he wants to come out as the king. So he's failing in everything except combat, and yet everyone else around him is deadly. Okay.
I think I watched the first couple episodes of this.
You did go on a light novel kick a long time ago, back in the day.
Oh yeah, back in the 2010s, I did the huge light novel kick and went through a bunch of different anime as well.
Did the vending machine one ever get an anime?
No, but it should. It really should. That's still my favorite isekai because of just how insane it is. Oh, one day.
Okay, so this one. Sorry, I ship. This one seems fairly straightforward in terms of light novels about magic school go. He's shit, but he's secretly not shit, and he's actually the best in ever.
Oh yeah,
and,
no,
and all the girls want to jump his dick. because
It's
he's
it's a
so super cool.
premise that everybody's heard before,
Hmm.
and apparently, in these 12 episodes, they adapt the first 3 volumes of the light novel series. Which, okay, and yeah, I think young me was very interested because of the words "robot girl."
Mm.
There was a time when I wanted some robot girl anime, and this came up.
Comments seem largely positive.
Well, we'll give it a try.
Yeah, I guess. Mm.
Unbreakable machine doll. Caution, will break. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. See
Caution
everybody.
will break
Yeah.
your heart.
Oh, that make me sad.
She's the unbreakable machine doll, but the only part of her that can break is her heart.
Okay, now you made it like 10 times sadder. What the heck?
Yeah.
The only
I,
part of her that can't break is her heart.
I could see that as a plot point that a light novel series would try. Yeah. Okay. So that's go watch, what was it called? Lovely Complex?
Yeah,
Yeah, actually go watch that. Lovely Complex. It's a really good show.
it's well written.
Yeah.
Hard thing to find these days.
Actual people. Hmm. Bye everybody.
Bye.